somebody says, Daryl, what do you do for a living? What's your answer?
I am a real estate developer.
And can you expand on that a little bit? What kind of real estate do you
Sure.
develop? Where are you located? I mean, it sounds like Toronto, and
I
I know
am
it is, but tell me a little bit about, as a developer, where are you hanging your shingle and where are you doing some work?
So I'm a developer in Toronto. I've done work all over the place. The last few years, I've actually focused on Scarborough. I love Scarborough. Uh, did a couple of really good deals out there. I am currently closer to downtown now. I have a deal I'm working on in Parkdale. What I try to do generally is I call myself the Assembly King now on Twitter because I like to put multiple properties together for development projects. That's kind of my forte. So I'll try and put together multiple properties and put in a development application for a new building, and then sell that to somebody else that is much better at doing these things than I am.
So then, really, you're kind of in the middle. So you're bringing these things together, you're assembling the deal, and maybe perhaps shifting some zoning. I'm assuming. I'm not.
I,
You can put in
Generally,
correction.
I get the ball rolling on the zoning, and I
Yeah.
give somebody like a nice start or something like a nice floor to kind of take over.
Right.
And I mean, I've been around the block a few times, so I know a thing or two. Some people will, just try and maximize the GFA or the square footage on a site. But I've learned through experience that you really want to pass on a saleable site that somebody may not have to kind of take back to the drawing board. So we
Hmm.
really try and design good buildings so that somebody sees value and takes it over, because we never intend to do construction. I used to do construction.
Well, I think it would serve us because I've followed you and kind of paid attention to what you've got going on. I think it would serve listeners to hear a little bit of your backstory, because here's where you are today as a developer or the assembly king or whatever handle that you take on, but that's not where you were. And part of your story is the journey to get to where you are came with some big lessons in the real estate world, big lessons, expensive lessons learned.
Yeah,
And why don't we go back to first that time of
sure.
where you first got into real estate? Because I think your story is a good story for many, lots of lessons in there that perhaps we could share.
Lots of lessons that I'm very happy to revisit regularly. Um, but they have served me, and they have served me recently. So I'll try and tie it all together at some point if I don't fly off on too many tangents. But I started out in a lumber yard with my family, and I kind of, got the bug for real estate through osmosis by just kind of selling lumber and framing houses for other developers. And to be honest with you, like when I worked in the lumber yard, I saw other developers come in, and they had really nice cars and they had really nice shoes. And I spoke to them and I had dinner with them, and like they were just normal guys. And I figured, if these guys can do it, so can I. But
Hmm.
I took a pit stop. I went into the furniture business with my wife's family for a little bit, and after spending a few years there, I decided that I was going to be a speculative builder, and I was going to buy a bungalow in Toronto, knock it down, and build a brand new house. And I don't know why I came up with that, and I don't know why I thought I could do it, but I did. And I learned a lot of lessons on that house because I had no idea how to do anything, like anything.
Well, I mean, that sounds at the time. I mean, we'd look at it today and go, it was a kind of a classic fix and flip intention.
Well, this
Uh,
was actually like getting permits, knocking down a house, building a
oh,
whole new house. Like this was a
got it.
full new build.
Okay, so
And
that's development.
But this was
So
crazy because I didn't know anything. Like I had no clue, and I bought this house in a bidding war, sight unseen. I gave the agent like a blank check, and I went. This is so stupid. I was 30, and I guess I was going a little crazy. My wife sent me to San Francisco to go see Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, and Like, it was the first time Trump spoke. It was in San Francisco. It was a crazy event. It was Tony Robbins and Susie Orman, like, all this crazy cast of people for 3 days in San Francisco. Anyways, so I decided I was going to be a big developer, and I quit my job working for the family business in the furniture, and I bought this lot. Like, I put an offer. I went to San
Yeah.
Francisco, gave the guy a blank check, and he's like, "You got it." And I'm like, "I did? What did I pay?" Right? And then I didn't know what to do now. So I had this deposit on a house. I had no idea what to do next. And I'm like, "Uh, I guess I need to find some money or something because I don't know what to do." And I asked this one guy, "What do I do? Like, who do I call?" And just somehow through chance, I just went to everybody would lead me to, you know what? I'm not interested. Maybe try this guy, or maybe try this guy. And then one day I was at a bar mitzvah, and this guy I've known my whole life pulls me aside. He said, "I heard you're a big builder now. How's it going?" And I was like, "It is like not going well. I have no idea what I'm doing. I need money like badly, and I'm running out of time." And so um, he introduced me to one of his friends, and they took me kind of under their wing, thank God. And they said, like, "Go make a budget and come back, and we'll see if we can finance this for you." And I was like, "Oh, great." And then I started to make a budget. And I'm like, I have no idea how to make a budget. Like, I thought I knew how to make a house. I had no idea, like, zero clue. So, anyways, I try and make this budget, and I put together, like, it was probably pathetic. I can't even imagine what it looked like. But I went into this guy's office and I started crying, like, literally crying. And I was like, "I'm gonna lose all my deposit money, and like, I just left my job and I don't know what to do." It was a mess. And he goes, "Don't worry, buddy, we're gonna take care of you." And like, they helped me, but I mean, they had a vested interest. They did very well on this deal, believe me. They had a sucker, and they knew it. And then I did okay, actually. Like, I did okay. I figured it out. I built a beautiful, beautiful house. And this is in like 2006. And so when we put it for sale, the agent, we got an offer like right away, way under asking, and he's like, and I was like, I don't know what to do now. We got an offer, but it's not what we asked for. He goes, "You never know when you're gonna get another offer. I suggest you take it." And he gives me a big hug, like, "Congratulations." And I was like, "Okay, like, I made money. Okay, let's go." Like, I didn't even know to sign back. Like, this is how stupid and naive and raw, like, not even a sign back. Like, oh God, like the dumb mistakes on that house. But anyways, so I made some money, and then I thought I could do two at the same time. And
Okay.